Hi everybody, hi. Super glad to have you all back for just another silly spin dat vlog. And if you're new here, I look forward to disappointing you shortly. I think we can all agree that a skid on a bicycle is the bicycle equivalent to an automotive burnout. They're like a lot cooler if you're the person doing it. Otherwise, they're like a little bit obnoxious, but that's fine. That is not going to stop me from conducting my very non-scientific experiment that I'm going to conduct today anyway. And that is finding out exactly, well, not exactly, finding out how many times I can lock up this rear wheel for shorter, longer periods of time, fast speeds, low speeds, whatever, until it comes apart. No air can hold it in anymore. I'm gonna say that this hard Kenda is probably gonna last longer than I'm giving it credit. I give it 27 really good effort skids before it finally gives up. You're absolutely welcome to leave your guesses below down as well. We'll just use the top tube here and the silver Sharpie to keep track of all the skids that we've done. So that at the end of this, we know exactly how many we can get out of a Kenda cadre that has been ridden a little bit. Skid number 1 is going to be our driveway. So worth noting, we've got a pretty long driveway from where the gravel ends, where my car is at, to the end of the driveway. I just measured it out. It's shy of 100 feet. It's probably 90 feet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pedal. I'm gonna try and pedal from the back of the shed. It's quite rough. Pedal as hard as I can until I get to the asphalt of the driveway, and then try and skid all the way to the end. And we'll see what that does to the tire. Obviously right now, it's none too worse for wear. There's nowhere on it that looks particularly bad. There's a little bit of spots where you can see it's getting marginally chewed up. But let's do it. Not bad. I probably made it 75 feet. Ooh, I might be off on my guess. Skid 1 on Skid Row. Down. That actually worked out a little bit better than I thought I was going to. I'm gonna use the driveway a couple more times and just kind of see how it goes until I'm bored. And if we still have tire, we'll go somewhere else. We now have seemingly 2 flatter spots. Okay, so driveway skid update. We are on, we just finished long skid number 5. I've been kind of going past the end of the driveway now, so if we're gonna do some rough math, we've got probably 400 feet of skidding on this rear tire so far, with 5 total skids. So no tread pattern here left. No tread pattern here left. No tread pattern here left. So just want to make it clear that I'm completely aware that I have no control over what patch of tire actually gets locked and skidded on the ground. That's not my intention. My intention is not to ensure that the exact same spot gets hit and is torn away at, because that would probably only last 4 really long skids. I completely am aware that I'm gonna hit a bunch of different spots all the time. This tire is already getting to the point where you can feel the difference in its height because some tread is gone and other spots is not. You're whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna go downtown Dartmouth. Those of you who may know the Dartmouth area, actually HRM in general, it's a super hilly city. Lots of potential energy without such a sprint effort that I'll just be able to lock up the rear brake, lean over the front, and probably gain Okay, skate park is to the left. All the hills and the climbs are kind of to the right and up. So I'm gonna go to the hills and climbs first. Still at 5 skids. Over that is King Street. It's a pretty short, pretty punchy little climb, which of course in turn makes it a very quick descent. This ought to be subject number 1. That is number 6. See, it's hard to tell if anything's new or if it's from before. Oh, that might be what just happened. You know what? I think King Street's worth doing again. Yeah, King Street again. Why not? Goes pretty good. King Street is probably the shortest, punchiest climb that we have here in like the Dartmouth downtown, but the steepest and like maybe longest climb is a couple streets over, like a few blocks over. I want to see if I can just lock it up all the way down that. 7, also on King. You can really feel the differences in height now. Okay, there's Pine Street. I assume you can see the elevation. I hope you can see the elevation. If the elevation is not apparent, so Pine Street is half a kilometer long from end to end, and elevation, well, I can't seem to, I don't know, it's steep. It's like hard to ride a bike up. It was in the easy gear. I have a feeling this may do our Kenda in. It's just kind of becoming hill repeats now, isn't it? That's number 10. 10 skids. If we land there again, I think we're done. I think the next most appropriate course of action here is to halfway go down this again and then try and take a sharp left-hand corner while skidding. That will be skid number 11. This could be the end. Skids. Well, in 12 skids, we're done. Fully flat tire. Real glad I drove. So I did begin to venture further and further away as my confidence grew. Now, I get that this seems like, well, it seems like is even a stretch. I get that this is senseless tire slaying. Unnecessary, you know, didn't need to happen, but I was genuinely curious about like how many long, just like down a hill skids a tire can take. Surprised at the outcome. I truly thought I would at least get into the 20s, not just a dozen. Skid row 27 turns out to be skid row 12. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do have new tires for this. That's like a really big reason why I was like totally okay with, you know, destroying the one that was on the rear of this.